And now our...
We all go down the rabbit hole together.
Hey folks, it's Travieso and welcome to yet another video. I know I haven't been doing a actual video in quite some time. So just want to say happy Halloween, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and happy Valentine's Day, or for others, Single Awareness Day. I'm just kidding. But yeah, happy Valentine's Day. So what better way to make a video by coming up with a recipe, which is going to be seafood udon. I'm sure this dish has been prepped in many different ways, especially Asian culture, but this is my own spin. I kind of compile different recipes that I found online to kind of see if I can put my own twist on it in a way. But not only do I want to make a dish for Valentine's Day, I also want to make some dessert. And what better way to make a dessert with an easy cake in a box, the good old American fashion way. In this case, with the American icon, Dolly Parton, which is a strawberry flavored cake. And we all know strawberries are the fruit of Valentine's. I'm gonna go ahead and try that as well. And kind of put a creative style to it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on the seafood udon. So let's check it out. All right, starting off with my big red pot, I'm gonna put 2 scoops of butter inside. That way I can give it a good base and to help things from burning. Next up, I'm putting 2 chilled cubes of minced garlic and oil and half a chopped up white onion. And some more onions, but these are walking onions from my wife and I's garden. And I'm gonna go ahead and stir everything that I have so far to keep anything from burning. Next up is some cut celery, and I'm gonna put that into the pot, as well as some cut up carrots and a little bit more celery. And as a precautionary, I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil to keep anything from burning. Next up is the flavor of the dish, and I'm gonna add some Old Bay seasoning into the pot. And I'm going to continue to stir, and you can already smell the Old Bay coming out from the pot, and it smells amazing. Next up, I'm going to add a little carton of heavy cream. I'm going to put that all in there, and going to also add a little bit of milk, and this specific brand is Lactaid. So for those that are lactose intolerant or sensitive, that's a great option for you. I'm going to continue to stir everything in. And so far, it's looking good. I have to say, it's looking more of a creamy base. Next up, we're gonna add some cornstarch, actually 3 tablespoons worth, and we're going to stir in some water. That way, this is gonna help us convert the base into a sauce. Helpful tip before adding your cornstarch into the pot, make sure to add some of your base into the stir. That way, when you pour it into the pot, it helps it become more of a thicker sauce. Alright, as you can see, everything is converting into a nice creamy sauce. I'm going to add some water to help with the mixture as well. I'm going to continue to stir, and at this point it looks like our sauce is pretty much done. So the next thing I'm going to do is cut up my seafood proteins, and I'm going to put everything into the pot. So as you can see, I cut everything into smaller pieces because this type of fish and protein that I'm using does tend to cook relatively fast, usually around 8 to 10 minutes. And you only want the sauce to come to a light boil. The temperature you want this to be at is around 145 to 150 Fahrenheit. Next up are the udon noodles, and this is the brand that I'm using that I found in my local Asian supermarket, for they do a great job soaking up all the sauce. So this is about a bag or a serving's worth. Next up is canned corn, because I believe corn itself goes well with any type of seafood dish. After this last ingredient, I'm going to let everything cook to a low boil with a lid on top of the pot to help cook everything within 8 to 10 minutes. Alright, after 8 to 10 minutes, everything is looking perfect. As you can see, it's only at a low boil, and that's what you want. and this dish is looking done. Give it a good stir, and we're going to go ahead and put everything into a bowl, and we're going to try out this dish. Alright, so this is the first time I ever tried this recipe, but it looks good. I'm going to try a bit of, kind of try to get a little bit of everything, but I believe that's tuna and carrot. Hot. It was really good. Buttery, garlic, just a little bit of Old Bay. So surprisingly, it worked pretty well all together. Try a bit of a noodle. Yeah, this was really good. There's a bit of the creaminess of the crab, as well as the heavy cream. And so it blended pretty well together. So I would say, yeah, not bad. A plus. Next up, dessert. All right, for this simple recipe, you want your strawberry frosting. I like this brand because it tastes like strawberry milk. And of course, you need your cake mix, your milk, your measuring cup, a bowl. I also want this whisk to help you whisk everything all together, as well as a good spreader to help spread all your frosting on top of your cake perfectly. And of course, some eggs, parchment paper, and this tinfoil container that's going to help us bake the cake. And I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 350 degrees. And I'm going to go ahead and open my box of cake mix. Has a nice pink look to it. I'm going to go ahead and pour everything into the mixture bowl and go ahead and give my bowl a good shake to make sure everything is nice and even. Next step, I'm going to go ahead and add 4 eggs into my mixture. And next step, I'm going to go ahead and add a cup of milk into my mixture as well. And next, I'll whisk everything together till my mixture is nice and pink. Then I'll grab my baking container as well as parchment paper. Pour everything in over the parchment paper because this is going to help me remove the cake out of the container with ease. Alright, looks like everything is properly settled and it is ready to bake. But always remember, if you're tempted, do not eat raw cake batter or you'll go to jail.
Right to jail, right away.
Just kidding, but seriously, don't eat it. Alright, next up is the fun part, baking everything into the oven. So I'm going to go ahead and center this into my oven and bake this cake for about 15 minutes. Alright, after 15 minutes, you want to check and see your cake is ready. A good method is to put your fork in the middle of the cake, and if it comes out clean, that means it's done. Alright, next up is the fun part, decorating the cake. We're going to add this Pillsbury strawberry flavor frosting because it tastes like strawberry milk to me. And we're going to spread it all over the cake. As you can see, the frosting has a nice pink color and would add more pink to the cake. And there you go. And next up, I'm going to add these strawberries that I found in this heart-shaped container because I thought it'd be perfect to go on this cake, as well as these heart-shaped candies that have nice messages on them. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut up my strawberries onto my cutting board. And as you can see, as I cut it down the middle, the strawberry looks similar to a heart. Alright, I'm all done cutting my strawberries, and next up I'm going to place my strawberries on top of my cake.
And basically I want to place my strawberries around the border of the cake to kind of give it a Valentine's card like look, if that makes sense. Alright, here it is so far. I like the strawberries that give a nice look to the cake. And of course, what strawberries without some whipped cream? So I'm going to go ahead and do another square-like frame around the strawberries to add more of a Valentine's Day card look. And next up is adding our heart message candies into the middle of the frame to give it even more of a Valentine's card look. Who all remembers getting these candies on Valentine's Day? I sure do. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and place my candies, and there you have it, my Valentine's Day card cake. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut myself a piece and try this out. I have to say, it doesn't look bad.
All right, so here it is. Kind of a fun way to make a cheap box dessert into something more fun and more creative, and doesn't break the bank. So I'm gonna try ahead and take a bite. Cake and strawberry. Very good. Strawberries are fresh. Cake does cook well. Fresh well with strawberries. Got a little candy. So sweet. Nostalgic. Back when I was a kid when we used to get these during Valentine's. There you have it. Hope you all enjoyed the creation of the seafood udon, the dessert. Thanks for watching. I'm the Travieso. And happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you all in the next one.